All right, so the story continues. Now Joe Budden has weighed in on the Michael B. Jordan viral Corny controversy, where the young lady on the red carpet was confronted, I might say lightly confronted, by Michael B. Jordan for comments she made about him in the past. Now we've got another person that's coming to L'Oreal's defense. Let's take a listen.
B. Jordan, seeing somebody that he grew up with that he heard called him corny, and now it's his first time I've been face to face with you.
Well, no, you corny ass nigga, because she ain't even say it.
Let me finish.
No, you corny ass nigga, because she ain't even say it.
She stood on it though.
So you didn't hear it.
She said we said. She did say we said.
No, I'm talking to him.
But my point is this: now look how the tables have turned. You sitting here kissing my. Interviewing me, and that's how he feels.
Whoa.
And I ain't gonna say kissing his ass.
And that makes him a corny nigga.
That's corny.
That makes him a corny nigga. Like I keep saying about this nigga forever.
So can I tell a story?
Hold up.
Yes.
She is there doing her job.
True.
That's what she's there doing.
I'm agreeing.
She's not there.
I'm not.
So when you say kissing his I don't take it that way. I don't even know if she really...
I want to retract that because she wasn't kissing his ass. She was definitely doing her job. But again,
very professional.
How she handled it and pivoted, it was dope. So now we face to face. I feel like I want to get my off. That's a possibility. A lot of people do that in the industry.
So let me tell you.
Dog, you doing that to a girl is some corny nigga.
I can see that.
You being Michael B. Jordan today, allegedly sexiest man alive in all of these blockbuster movies.
I agree.
During your highlight week, you've probably never been more visible than you are right this second, and that's what you do to her. And if I bring back them white girl rumors, then it's gonna sound even crazier. Then it's gonna sound crazier, because why you talking to our sisters like that on the red carpet? We only talking to white bitches like that. But I'm not gonna make it racy. They say I make everything racy. That was corny of him to speak to that girl like that.
I'm not disagreeing. I would have made
Michael B. Jordan. That's why niggas call you corny.
Off air. I would have made a joke off air like word.
Hey, Creed. Hey, what's this nigga's name?
I wouldn't have did it in front of
Hey, Creed. In case you were confused, that corny ass shit you did is why niggas think you corny.
Yeah.
In case you were off a little bit as to why you niggas keep thinking that money hides corny.
But you just said corny, not negative.
I don't.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you just said corny is not negative.
You said, I don't think it's negative.
What Roy said.
So why you saying it's corny?
Because it's your perception of the word. I'm telling you about mine. I'm telling you my perception of that word. As another nigga they've called corny his whole career is not that.
Is there different levels of corniness? Because
corny's in the eye of the beholder.
Here's the thing. What you're talking about in terms of this particular exchange between L'Oreal and Michael B. Jordan, the fact that being rich, famous, accomplished, etc., he still remembers that slight from years ago.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so
it's the way he addressed
it. But having the wherewithal
and who he addressed it
to address it, on a red carpet
to a girl.
So is that
if it was a dude and he wanted to do that, I have no problem.
Right.
Because that's different a little bit.
I wouldn't have did it in the serious fashion.
I wouldn't have did it there.
I would have did it off camera too.
And shout out to her for being professional. She
navigated
right through that. Shout out to her.
But so
to L'Oreal.
So in calling him corny during that moment, is that the same level of corniness that is oftentimes thrown at Russell Wilson? That he's just a perfect example, or a Nick Cannon. Is corniness referred to in the same way in these, with these two different people?
See, I think there's two different cornies. We're also spending too much time on corny.
Yeah.
But the two cornies I think there are is the corny that guys call you and the corny that girls call you.
Okay.
And I think sometimes they intersect and
sometimes they intersect.
We really don't want to have this conversation, but we can have it on Patreon. That's our community that call them niggas corny.
That's a fact.
That's our community that calls Nick Cannon corny. That's our community
because we got this obsession with the street.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that. So what it is Joe Budden, I'm not privy to any personal relationships he might have with L'Oreal, but I know they were both part of Love and Hip Hop at one point, and there might be some other connections. Industry is very small. I know she wanted to be a rapper at one point. There might be some connection there. So you see Joe Budden standing up for someone he might have a relationship with and not liking to see that. But you gotta admit, Joe Budden, it could have been a whole lot worse. Michael B. Jordan showed restraint in that moment. He wanted to be clear about what he felt, But you acting like he came out there and straight disrespected her and embarrassed her in a major, major way. He just mentioned that, oh, I'm the corny guy. He literally put it on himself. She said, I was misquoted. And then the interview carried on. Now, if he really felt some kind of way, he really would have just stopped the interview entirely and not done anything. But to have you come on here the next day, and I know it's the podcast business. What do you talk about? Content. You got to bring your content in a certain way so that people will feel you, right? I understand that. But in this particular case, you're wrong. You're wrong. And it makes no difference whether or not you say it in a aggressive way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes it doesn't help the situation. It doesn't help the situation at all. And that's what I would have wondered, why you wanted to even put yourself in the middle of this in this forceful of a way. And the only thing I can come up with is that you have some type of personal relationship with L'Oreal. And you're talking about it like it's a chivalrous act, but really when it comes down to it, it really doesn't make any sense. She admitted that everything she was saying and everything that she did when they were in school together led the other girl, it supported the other girl's claims of her calling him corny. You can't lie on that. Like, is L'Oreal never supposed to take any responsibility for how she acted? She's on a podcast called The Bully and the Beast, right? Who is the bully in that situation? She might be admitting something, and that's what I'm saying. When you put yourself in the situation, when you inject yourself into the situation, sometimes you come out and, and Joe Budden, like any other time he gets into controversy, he's feeling it. And I think it's pretty much unanimous that people are like, yo, Joe Budden, you of all people should know you're wrong in this one. As many people have called you corny in the past, as many people have discounted your opinion or your feelings, and that's all I got to say, man. I'm a fan of Joe Budden. I've been listening to the podcast since Peter Rosenberg days. Let's just say that. Huh? Can we go back that far? But I got to call a spade a spade. I got to call it down the middle. I got to pull your coat on this, Joe. You're wrong. Let her take whatever is coming with this and, and handle it like a woman. Like this is something that happened in her past, in her life, that Michael B. Jordan wanted to get off his chest. He probably thought it would be an interesting moment. And also, it's a good promotional tool. We're talking about Creed that's coming out in theaters this week. So yeah, mission accomplished. But we shouldn't read too much more into it. It does examine something that people online have been talking about for a long time. That back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Or as Biz Markie would say, the vapors. She got the vapors. She was talking about swimming in the aquarium with Michael B. Jordan before that last moment on the red carpet. Let's take a look at what the comments are saying. Joe was totally off base in this segment. Ish was getting tight. So women get a pass for calling you corny, but men can't? Nah, everybody gets the petty. No passes. That's right. That's right. Hey, that's why I said, man, L'Oreal can take that on the chin. She grown, man. She can fight her own battles. Between Joe and Dominique the Diva coming to her defense, it's like, damsel in distress, man. To be fair, she opened herself to that by stating they went back to high school. He may have been wrong with what he did, but that's subjective. What isn't is karma. Karma like to spin the block and let him off when you aren't expecting it. Yeah, he killed that. He killed that comment. What is Joe even talking about? How did MBJ disrespect her. She said they went way back. He reminded her exactly how they went back. And then he did the interview. That's right. Like, this is what I'm saying. He could have walked away after, oh, I'm the corny one, right? Get her out of here. He could have told that security guard that was standing right behind him to get her up out of here. But he didn't. So what MBJ did was human and can also be corny. She tried to make it seem different than what it was. He checked her when he didn't have to. She and him a little corny for that. As a longtime supporter of the show, Joe Budden is corny for this. Dude didn't disrespect her at all and gave her an interview. The selective outrage is comical and not entertaining at all. I think it's almost unanimous. There was very few people that actually supported what Joe Budden had to say in defense of L'Oreal for Michael B. Jordan. I mean, that doesn't make it necessarily open and shut case, but we gotta be honest about the situation, and that's all people are asking for. Anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. This is Faucette Media.